to our throne room. We come before your blessed and merciful throne of grace on this wonderful and holy Sabbath day, thanking thee ever so much for all your mercies and love which you have bestowed upon us, dear God. We do thank you ever so much for these things. I do also thank you ever so much, dear Father, for blessing me to see yet another year in the land of the living, and more so in the truth of Jesus Christ. As we are about to enter into this study, dear God, I do ask for the guidance of your Holy Spirit. May you come and dwell in me, dear Father, and continue to be in me. Dear Lord, all these blessings I humbly ask through Jesus Christ upon our salvation, and that you bless each and every one of us here today, dear Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Okay, so the name of the study is Called to Separation. Right? Called to Separation. Right? Now this study was written a little while back, and I will have shared it with a couple of the brethren. Right? This study is based upon Romans chapter 1 and verse 1. Right? That is where the study was taken from. Right? So we'll turn, well, first we have an introduction. I'll read the introduction and then we'll go to the scriptures, right? Okay, it says here, when God calls man, he calls him to be separate, to be separated from sin, the world, and the lust thereof, separate from all false doctrines. He separates us from the carnal mind and its idle values. We are separated to do God's will, which we could not do while yes, we enjoy to our idols. We are justified from our sins, therefore the old man is crucified. We are now no longer servants or slaves to sin, but servants or slaves to righteousness. Therefore, true separation is a transformation from the old man to the new man. Separation is not a declaration, but an actual severing or cutting off from sin, where the righteousness of God, which we know is God himself, is transferred in our hearts by faith. Right? So that is the introduction. Right? So as I said before, this study is based upon Romans chapter 1 and verse 1. Right? So we'll turn to the book of Romans. Right? Romans chapter 1 and verse 1. Right? Romans chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of God. Right? So, we see here from the scripture that Paul was called of God to be an apostle. Right? When he accepted the calling, which we know is prevenient grace, when he accepted this calling, he was justified, therefore separated from sin and the carnal man. Right? So, I will say again, right? We see that Paul, he was called of God to be an apostle. Right? When he accepted the calling, right, he was justified. So when God calls us, we must accept the calling. Okay? Therefore, he was separated from sin and the carnal mind. The gospel of Christ in his heart is what separated him. Therefore, God always calls us to separation. He never calls us to remain in false doctrine, but to come out from among them. Right? So, this is the basis of the study. Right? So, let us go to Isaiah chapter 43. We would look at verse 1 and verse 7. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1 and verse 7. It says, verse 1, But now, thus saith Yahweh, that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. And let us look also at verse 7. It says, right? Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. Right? So what do we see here? We see, right, that Yahweh calls us unto redemption and unto salvation. So God calls us to redeem us from our sins, to make us his own. Right? Because the scripture tells us in verse 1, right? But now thus saith Yahweh that created thee, and O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, right? Fear not, for I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. So God calls us to make us his own, or to make us his children. Okay? It says here, when God calls us, right, which we know is prevenient grace, and we accept his calling by repenting and believing the gospel, God recreates in us a new mind and separates us from the carnal mind for his glory, whereby we could now fulfill our purpose. So when we had this carnal mind in the world, we could not fulfill our purpose. Yes, Sister Sandra? Yes, Sister Sandra?
Question. What about if you're going to a church and you tell yourself, somebody telling you about going to our next church, but you not see that you have no power?
What if you go to a church and someone
somebody telling you that you must leave that church or come to their church, but you was not pointed to show you have the carnal mind?
And who was not pointed to show?
The person you're speaking to. Alright, I've read him from here. You're speaking to somebody and they're taking it. This is somebody from an ex-church that's telling me to come to their church.
Okay, so I'm reading from here and someone is telling them to come to their church.
Yes, and they're taking it that you are calling them to come to another church. But they're not seeing that they have the carnal mind, or the person ain't seeing that. What must be conveyed to such a person?
Right, well, for that person who have the carnal mind here, we will have to show them, you understand, we have to investigate what is being taught in that church. If it is based upon the scriptures, right, we have to see if that church has the doctrines of Christ, which is the doctrines of sin-freeness, you know, and as the Bible says, to the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it's because there is no light in them. So all these things will have to be investigated, and we have to show this to the person based upon scripture, and if the person is sincere, they would see and they would come to the true church. Okay? Right. So, as I was saying, so when we are in the world,
one of the things that we have to understand is that we will never be saved in those who make it. That's why the Bible said, come out from among them and be separate. The doctrine itself does not teach it to be sinful and they need to come out.
Amen. So you see, when we have the carnal mind in the world, we are not fulfilling our purpose, therefore we cannot glorify God. Right? Turn to Ezekiel chapter 36. We read from verse 24 to 28. Ezekiel chapter 36, we will read from verse 24 to 28. Okay, it says, from verse 24 it says, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your idols, from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Right? So, we see here from the scriptures, right? Even when we look at verse 24, right, we get the idea of separation, where God wants to separate his people from among the heathen, right? That's what he tells us, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, right? But when we go down in verse 25, right, we are being told, then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and we know that the water there is symbolic of the word of God, right? So, right, then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean from all your filthiness. So we see that when we are justified, right, God cleanses us from all our filthiness and all our idols, right? Therefore, we are made sin-free. We are told in verse 26, a new heart or a new mind also will I give you, and a new spirit or experience will I put within you, right? So we see that God gives us this new heart. Therefore, he separates us from the carnal mind, right, and gives us the spiritual mind. We also receive a new experience. So we are therefore separated from our old sinful experience. And verse 27, it says, and I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. So this new spiritual experience, right, that we now have, right, when we are separated from, right, so this new experience we now have is an experience of the love of God in our hearts by faith. So we are separated from an experience of lawlessness, of breaking the law of God, and we are now made to keep the law of God by faith. That's why it tells us in verse 28, and ye shall dwell in the land that I give to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Right? So thus, we are separated from all idol values, right? We are separated from the false gods in our mind, right? And we are made to serve the one true God who is Yahweh, right? Only then can we say that we are his people when we are separated from all other false gods and all idol values. Okay?
So the part there, right, is a new way of thinking and a new experience, right? The new spirit is a new experience. So he changed your way of thinking and he gave you a new experience. That is beautiful in the separation. You have to first deal with the thinking, right? Because it is our thoughts that separate us from God, and then by giving us a new way of thinking, he gives us a new experience. He separates us from him.
Yes, Brother Cleveland? Question?
No, I just want to share a text.
Sure, no problem.
To show the reason why you have to have a separation. Because if you don't have a separation, then God cannot dwell in us. Because God calls you other doctrines of demons or doctrines of devil, right? So it's taken from Revelation chapter 16. Verse 13 and 14. It said, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are spirit of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth, and of the Lord will to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty. So I just show that the separation is really a good thing, because God cannot dwell in a person if they have doctrines of the devil to demons.
Right? So let us turn now to Romans chapter 8 and verse 6. Romans chapter 8 and verse 6. Right? And I'll ask Sister Brittany to read this one first, please. Romans chapter 8 and verse 6.
For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is
see there a distinction between the carnal mind and the spiritual mind, right? To be carnally minded, we see, is death, but to be spiritually minded, right, is life and peace, right? And as we have here in the chart, right, we see the carnal mind, which is idle values, right? Therefore, the person will have sinful thoughts, which will lead to sinful emotions and therefore sinful actions, right? So a person like this, with the carnal mind, we know that God cannot dwell in that person. So that person must first be separated from the carnal mind in order for God to dwell in them, right? Look also at Romans chapter 5 and verse 1. Romans chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. Right? So we see how the person is separated from the carnal mind through justification by faith. Right? So through justification by faith, we receive the spiritual mind, which is said here, right, is life and peace. Right? Look at Romans chapter 3, verse 20 to 22. Romans chapter 3, verse 20 to 22. It says, therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of sin. But now the righteousness of God without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, even the righteousness of God, which is by faith of Jesus Christ, into all and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference. Right? So what we are seeing here is that no one is justified by doing the works of the law. That's what the scripture tells us. Right? For by the deeds of the law there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. Then it goes down to tell us, but now the righteousness of God without the law. So this righteousness of God here, which is apart from the law, it is the righteousness of God, which is God himself, right? Which is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, even the righteousness of God. So it tells us here in verse 22, which is by faith of Jesus Christ, into all and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference, right? So we see here, when we are justified by faith, right, we are separated, right, right, when we are justified by faith, God separates us from, right, you see here, sin and shame. He separates us from the world. He separates us from law breaking. He separates us from all false doctrines, which are doctrines of devils, and he separates us from being hypocrites. Right? This is where we are justified by faith. Right? So we're going to look and see a little bit about what is the righteousness of God. As we would have just seen in Romans chapter 3, we are told of this righteousness, which is apart from the law. So let us look now at Jeremiah chapter 23. We'll look at verse 6. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 6. It says, in his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name, whereby he shall be called Yahweh our righteousness. So here we are being told that this prophecy, which is of Christ, we are being told here that Christ is to be called Yahweh our righteousness. So we clearly see here that this righteousness, which we saw in Romans chapter 3, right, this righteousness, which is the righteousness of God, is Yahweh himself. Look also at Psalms chapter 71. Psalms chapter 71, we'll look at verse 2 and verse 19. Psalms chapter 71, verse 2 and verse 19. Right? And I'll ask for that Kwame to read this one first, please.
Psalms chapter 71, verse 219.
Yes.
Verse 219, and it says this: Deliver me in thy righteousness, and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me, and save me. Verse 19, thy righteousness also, O God, is very high. Who has done great things, O God, who is like unto thee?
Amen. Right? So we are being told here about this righteousness, which is the righteousness of God, which is God himself. And we are being told in verse 2 of chapter 71 that we are being told here, deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me and save me. So we see that the righteousness of God, which is God himself, is able to save us. And we know that this saving is a saving away from sin. We are also told in verse 19, thy righteousness also, O God, is very high. So we are being told the righteousness of God is very high. But why? Right? Because it is the very nature of God. It is God himself, thus this righteousness of God, it is uncreated. So therefore, right, it is very high. Right? This righteousness is not something that is created, it is something uncreated, it is the divine nature itself. Okay?
Sister, I want to give a little contribution. This is very important what you're highlighting here in this text. Because all the time I'm saying I want to put up my hand to identify that it is me that is being addressed. When the truth is being presented, it is never on a collective basis. You may hear it with a family member, you may hear it on a larger scale, but the emphasis is pointed to me. And this is what the text is saying here now. Psalms 71 verse 2. Deliver me in thy righteousness. So the assessment that has to take place in my mind. So I have to analyze what it is I have been getting all the time, that is quotes and quotes, religious instructions, or scripture, or however you may have it structured in your mind. What am I been getting? Because now it boils down to me, and I needed to be delivered. My condition now is at stake. And I have to take cognizance of what is happening with me. So it says, deliver me in thy righteousness. And then the next verse you have here is verse 18, 19. Thy righteousness also, O God, is very high. So it means it is coming to remove you from a condition that you have been before, and it is not you and nobody else. It is you before God. You reach a crisis point, and you have to take serious cognizance, because as Sister Dell was saying earlier, it is a life and death situation, and God himself is visiting you to check on you before you lost your soul. So this is how we have to view it, by the grace of God. You have been checked upon by God himself. That is what happened.
Yes, exactly. Well,
I would like to share three scriptures, right? The first one is in 1 John.
Just before, why not go to 16 in the same chapter? Just how it's like.
the 16 and says, I will go in the strength of Yahweh God. 71:16. Yes. 71:16. on verse 16, it says, I will go in the strength of Yahweh God. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thine only.
First verse there, like 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 to 17, to show we being separated from the world. That is why God called us, right? And this is the reason why He called us out of the world. Even though we are in the world, we must not be part of the world, right? And it says this. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15, 16, and 17. It says this. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Right? And we know to have the love of the Father in us is the commandment. And we wouldn't have the world or the things in the world as an idol or as a God, right? Verse 16 says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but of the world. Right? I'm going to leave off verse 17. So we go into the next verse there in Deuteronomy chapter 7 to show when God called us and we are justified how He view us, right? Deuteronomy chapter 7 from verse 6. It says this. This is Yahweh speaking towards us who He called us, right? It says, for thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy God. Yahweh thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So it's not what we are, right? As special. He looked at us different, even though the Bible says, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. He gave the world for everybody. But those who are called out, those who hear His voice, you are the ones His eyes is upon, right? If you want to say, okay, verse 7 now. Yahweh did not set His love upon you, nor chose you, because you were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people. So sometimes it's just one of you alone end up being called by God because your family know what it is. But God saw something in each and every one of us that we are here. Right? If you want to say, verse 8. But because Yahweh loved you, and because He would keep His oath, which He has sworn unto your fathers, right? Has Yahweh brought out you with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. But we know that was in the time of the children of Israel, right? When they was in Egypt, God called them out, right? And we have to look at it in the spiritual sense that we are called out from the world or being under Satan, you know, because He's the father of the world and He has us in bondage, He has us in sin. So God called us out to separate us from that. And the last thing that was Titus chapter 2. And now when we are called out, we'll be looking for the second coming of Christ. And when we're looking for the second coming of Christ, how will we be? And we will see it, right? Titus chapter 2 and verse 13 and 14. It says this. Looking for that blessed hope and the glorious appearing of the great God and our Savior, Jesus Christ, who gave Himself for us, that He might redeem us from all iniquity, and purify unto Himself a peculiar people, zealous
justified by faith and God removes the carnal mind. We are now made true Seventh-day Adventists, right? We are now made to keep the law of God by faith, including the seventh-day Sabbath. And also, we are now looking for the second coming of Christ. And somebody had yes?
Let's have two scriptures to share. James 1 verse 27.
Next on it.
James 1 verse 27. Right, it says, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. So you're separated from the world, right? Revelation chapter 18, verse 2, 3 and verse 4. It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and evil bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with them. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich to the abundance of delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people, that you may not be partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. So separation also.
Amen, amen. That is one of the scriptures I actually have later on in study. Amen. Right? I have, yes, Brother Paul.
Grace and peace, present Sabbath again. Alright? So I'd just like to share three scriptures. Taken from the book of Psalms 119, chapter 119, verse 104. And then we'll connect that with John chapter 4 and verse 6. Right? So Psalms 119, verse 104. It says here, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. So to understand what is a false way, we need to understand what is the way. Right. So the scripture shows that we must hate the false way. But to understand what is the false way, we must understand what is the way. So once we understand what is the way, we can understand what is our false way. Right? So Psalm, we look at John chapter 4 and verse 6. John chapter 14, now we look at verse 6. It says here, Jesus said unto him, I am what? The way, the truth, and the what? Life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So we understand from scripture that Christ is what? Way. And this way is the truth. And in the truth is where you will get what? Life. And experience of the love of God. So our false way is a way that does not lead to what? Christ. You see that?
What about if, since Christ is the way, you have a false way, you have a false Christ?
Amen. Amen. You see that? So our false way, according to the Bible, that does not relate to Christ. Therefore, there's no life in that way. There's no truth in that way. You understand? It is a way that leads into the Antichrist, according to the brother. You understand? So let us understand now from Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 2 that in this way, which is Christ's way, there is righteousness in this way. And in the way which you receive righteousness, that righteousness is what is delivered from death to the death of eternal life. Therefore, in this way is a way that separates you from the carnal mind, which is what? Death, by giving you righteousness of God, which is what Jesus shows, right? So, we look at Proverbs chapter 10. treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. So the Bible shows in this way, which is not a fourth way, we have Christ, we have righteousness in this way. And in this way, which is life, which is get righteousness, that way is what delivered from death of carnal mind. So amen, sister.
Amen. Very well said, my dear. Okay, so I have a question here from someone online. It says, if when we are justified by God, we are made sin-free because the carnal mind is removed and replaced with the spiritual mind, how would you explain 1 John chapter 1 and verse 8 to a carnally minded person who used this text to say a person cannot live sin-free? So we go to the text, 1 John chapter 1 and verse 8, right? Let's see what it says. 1 John chapter 1 and verse 8. So this carnally minded person is saying that we cannot live sin-free. So let us see what the text is saying. It says, 1 John chapter 1 and verse 8. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. Exactly right, the answer is in verse 9. And Sister Shakti said, you want to read it first, Sister Shakti?
Verse 9 says, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness.
Amen, right? So very true. So we see here, right, verse 8 is speaking in a particular context, right? It says if we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, which means to say, if we say that we have never sinned, right, we deceive ourselves. But if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness, which is sin-freeness. So we know that it is true that we can't live sin-free.
The answer is in verse 6, right? So we can just read verse 6 and then read verse 8, right? So it says here, if we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not the truth. So then John comes on to say in verse 8, if we say that we have no sin, which means you're walking in darkness, then it will not the truth. He says here, if we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. So he's simply saying here, why is he saying why does he say that you have no sin? If we say that we have no sin, while the experience of darkness, that person deceive themselves and they walk in the truth.
So how I just deal with this? I just deal with the negative and positive. What you do here, verse 5 will go with verse 7 and 9. Verse 6 will go with 8 and 10. So read 6, 8 and 10. You see the flow of the negative. And then you put 5, 7 and 9. That's the positive.
So read verse 6, 8 and 10. It says, if we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not the truth. Right?
So that person in that condition continues to stay.
So this same person is at the book, they say in our person, if we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us.
So that same state now in verse 10.
It says, verse 10, if we say that we have not sinned, we make him a liar and his word is not in us.
Amen. Right? So continuing now by God's grace, right? We will turn to Exodus chapter 15 and verse 11. Exodus chapter 15 and verse 11. Exodus chapter 15. So that was Lucifer's argument in heaven. He wanted to be like the Most High. Right? So we see that there is none like unto Yahweh. Yahweh is God alone, right? And as we saw before, that the righteousness of God which we receive when we are justified by faith is God himself, right? So it's only one righteousness we could receive when we are justified, that is God himself, because God is God alone. And as we just saw, there is none like unto Yahweh. Right? Romans chapter 1, verse 16 and 17. Romans chapter 1, verse 16 and verse 17. It says, Romans chapter 1, verse 16 and 17. It says, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jews first and also to the Greek. For therein the gospel is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith.
All right, one question for the dear sister. When you started the study, you put in Romans 1 verse 1.
Yes.
It was a target by showing the gospel brings separation.
Amen.
But here in verse 1 it is called the gospel of God. And in verse 16 it is called the gospel of Christ.
Amen.
So it's two gospels.
No, it is only one gospel. The gospel of God is the gospel of Christ.
Why is that so?
Because Jesus Christ is God in a temple of flesh.
Right, my final question now. Right? You show us very beautifully that the effectiveness of the gospel is to bring separation from sin and shame from the world, to separate us from law-breaking, false doctrine, doctrines of devils and hypocrisy. I ask you a question. What then will cause someone to be hearing the gospel of Christ over and over and over, and yet still they are not separated from these things? They are not separated from sin, they are not separated from the world, they are not separated from law-breaking. What will cause that?
Yeah, amen, right? That will be insincerity, because at the end of the day, the Bible says, choose you this day whom you shall serve. So, you can be preaching truth to a person day after day after day, right? But it still lies in the person himself. He must choose to accept the truth that is being presented to his mind. If that person don't want the truth, if that person don't want God, God doesn't force himself upon the person, that person must choose to accept Christ. So it all comes down to choice.
Right. But when you look at the person, can you show us the gospel is supposed to separate us from sin and shame? But the person there, day in, day out, they're listening and they are not being separated. And when you look at them, you see no shame.
They are not seeing their shame, but that doesn't mean that they're not in shame. Right? A question here. It says, raise some peace, my dear sister. Question.
Just now, what is happening? Their heart is becoming more hard.
Amen.
You understand? Because they resisted truth. So they may not be seeing their shame, because pride and false esteem of themselves is there, but that is making them harder against the truth.
Amen. So I agree that get the counsel almost every time, but if we shall hear his voice hard and not your heart. Right? So, question here, what if one was to quote Romans 3:10 as justification for remaining in sin? How would you respond? Romans chapter 3 and verse 10. Right? Romans chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, as it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. Right? So this person is quoting this scripture here to justify their sinful state and why they must remain in sin. Right? I'll turn to Romans, that's in Romans. We'll look at verse. Alright. Michael said verse 9. So we look at verse 9. It says, what then? Are we better than they? No, in no wise. For we have 4 proves both Jews and Gentiles that they are all under sin.
Verse 10, right?
Verse 10 says, it says, as it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one.
Yeah. So the scripture is speaking about a person in sin. And it said the person in sin is none that was righteous. So it's not speaking about a righteous person, but a person in sin. So then, if you're righteous, then you must be separated from what? Sin. So the scripture said there is none righteous, speaking about people who only sin. So a righteous man is a man that has to be free from what? Sin. So if the Bible speaks about you having the right to body and by faith, then you have to be free from what? Sin. Because it's not speaking about a righteous man, it's speaking about a man what? In sin, that is non-righteous. So then the righteous man is free from what? Sin. So to be righteous is to be sin-free. That's what it is. Subjection. Let's go to add something here. And I have a question. So if you look at 1 John, Romans, we say Romans chapter 3, right? First to begin, what one have to understand is what Romans chapter 3 is dealing with is what we identify as the depravity of man. Right? And the depravity of man is that all men were born unconverted. Right? So that text, that is why if you look at verse 19, it says, now we know that what things soever the law saith, it saith to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped and all the world will become guilty before God. So we're looking at the depravity of man as all men born unconverted, right? When you turn to 1 John, chapter 3 now, this 1 John chapter 3 and verse 5 and verse 7. Verse 5 says, and you know that he was manifested to take away our sin, and in him is no sin. Then verse 7 says, little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. So this one here is talking about a person who is converted, while the other one is talking about all across the board, all men before conversion. But when a person is converted, you can't say you're converted, but you're still unrighteous. When you're converted, you are righteous. And John is telling us, don't let no man deceive us. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. Right? Okay, but my question was back to the text I quoted in Psalms. I think it was Psalms 87, right?
71.
71, right, 71. Yes. The scripture you just quote here, right? Right? Which one? You want it, John? They say everyone that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is right. So what if a Seventh-day Adventist were to tell you that the righteousness of Christ is Christ's obedience to the commandments of God? And when you accept Christ, God takes Christ's obedience and puts it on your account. So you are counted as if you had did what Christ did. What would you say to that? I would say that teaching is definitely wrong, because Christ's obedience in law was his obedience. But when we accept Christ and Christ is now in us, we have to obey the law. Understand? So Christ's obedience is not our obedience. When we accept Christ, the life of Christ is now in us, which is the love of God is now in us, and as we obey, we have our obedience. But you can't take Christ's obedience and put it on us. I will be wrong. But then they contend, but look at it on your account. Because that is major teaching that the Adventist Church have on receiving the righteousness of Christ. Yes. They don't see beyond works of the law. Yes. Or as far as they concern what Christ did. I know I didn't hear you tell them. But someone belongs to their account. And what account, where that account is,
text you quoted in Psalms 71. Of course, I know you'll answer it very easily, right?
I go straight.
Yes, amen. But I'm just looking at how some people could use the scripture in a wrong way. Alright? Now in Psalm 71, you quoted verse 19, and it says, "Thy righteousness also, O God, is very high." I know the concept of the traditional Adventists where they say the righteousness is miles away in heaven. Right? So it is not in you, it is in heaven on some account, as the Lord says. Right? But look, it says here, "Thy righteousness also, God, is very high." Now that's dealing with, the answer is dealing with the Adventist mind, but also the Muslim will come and tell you, you can have God in you, God, we can't dwell in you. Right? So how would you show that when a person is justified, where the righteousness really goes in person?
Amen. Right? So from the scripture there in verse 19, right, you know that the text is not saying that the righteousness of God is somewhere quite in heaven and God cannot come to dwell in us when we are justified. Right? Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 17. 72 and 2, okay, no problem. It says, 72. Okay. Psalm 72 verses 1 and 2. It says, "Give the king thy judgments, O God, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness and thy poor with judgment." Right? Amen? So we see here that the righteousness of God is to be given unto the king's son. But the king's son is not somewhere quite in heaven. The king's son is on earth. So therefore we know when we are justified and the righteousness of God comes to dwell in our heart.
When you judge thy people with righteousness.
Amen.
You can't judge something if you don't know it, you can't judge people with what you don't have.
Amen.
That's what I told
That's brother Carol.
That's what I told that Amon's contribution, right? Concerning the same Romans chapter 3 and verse 10. I'll just remember verse 10 and then I'll read to verse 17. It says, "As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one." So as the brother rightly identified, it is the carnal mind. Those who they're speaking of those who are before conversion. Right? But look at verse 17. It is telling us something. Yeah, just read over Romans chapter 3 and verse 10 and now go to 17. It says, "And the way of peace have they not known." So the individuals spoken of in this chapter is identifying them as not knowing peace. Now look at Romans chapter 8 and verse 6. Romans chapter 8 and verse 6, right? It says, "For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace." So it is identifying those who are not spiritually minded, but those who are carnally minded, those who are before justification. Right? So just strengthen what that comes. And I just want to send out the question by the
I just want to add one more text. Why Psalms 72, 1 and 2? It says, "Give the king thy judgments, O God, and thy righteousness unto the king's son." Now that's a beautiful text, but it still doesn't identify location. But when you look at Psalms chapter 40 now, Psalms 40 and verse 10, it says, "I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I have declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy loving kindness and thy truth from the great generation." So in other words, this text, it is direct. It is showing you the righteousness. Where does it go? It is in the person's heart or in your mind. Right?
Yes,
Right. Just an add, right? In Psalm 71 verse 19, there's a little point I see there to share, right? Yeah. Psalm chapter 71 verse 19, just a nice point I saw in the text, right? And that going together with Isaiah 57, 15.
What?
Psalm 71 verse 19 together with Isaiah 57 verse 15. That's a nice little point I saw in the text. So Psalm 71:19 it says, "Thy righteousness also, O God, is very high." Now the second part of the text explains what that means. It says, "Who has done great things, O God, who is like unto thee?" So when it says the righteousness of God is very high, it means who is like unto thee, meaning there is no one like God, so he is God alone. So God's righteousness being high is speaking about the God aloneness of God. Amen. Right? Isaiah 57 and verse 5. Verse 15, sorry, Isaiah 57:15, it says, "For thus said the words, the high and lofty one," again, the God aloneness of God, right? "For thus said the high and lofty one that inhabited eternity, whose name is what? Holy. I dwell in the high and holy place." Right? So here again we see the high and lofty one. It shows it is his God aloneness. He alone is holy. He is God alone. But look, this part here coming in where Brother Cameron was showing, even though he dwelling in heaven and he is God alone, look where he dwells also, right? So he said, "I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble and to revive the heart of the contrite ones." So whilst God is all high and lofty and he is God alone, and he dwells in heaven, he also dwells in the righteous person.
Amen. Sister Anna, I want to put something first to unravel it. Take the come out of it this quarter. Right? Hear what it's saying here. It says, "Justification by faith is God's way of saving sinners. His way of convicting sinners of their guilt, their condemnation, their utterly undone lost condition. It is also God's way of concealing their guilt, delivering them from the condemnation of His divine law, and giving them a new and right standing before Him and His holy law." We need to dissect this thing and get out what is they telling people in contrast to these beautiful orderly flow that we will get in here. These is things, this is their book, right? So I just want to read over just a little quote here again. "Justification by faith is God's way of saving sinners, His way of convicting sinners of their guilt, their condemnation."
Justification by faith is convict. Because that to be convicted first and then you justify it.
Right, so here we see they're lumping up beautiful words, but they're not getting no spiritual explanation as to what these things. Right. It is also God's way of concealing their guilt. Right. He removes the guilt. Right. Because if you're hiding it, will remain guilty. Right.
It is the practice of sin and vindictiveness that hides guilt.
Amen. Right? Delivering them from the condemnation of His divine law and giving them a new and right standing.
This is the deliver a person from the condemnation of the law without change.
No change.
So the criminal who raped the child and murdered the person, or like at this paper here they show me the guy, woman brother, hired the guy to murder her for property, but it happened that the little boy was here, so he died too. So you need to tell me now that this same guy here, God is in the removing condemnation of the law from these people for their sins still remain?
Nah.
Without change?
Without change.
That's what he's going to do.
So this is what
the doctrine of and that is supposed to be part of righteous teaching.
exactly.
And it's so false. And the last statement says what?
The last statement goes on to say, it says, and giving them a new right standing before him and his holy law.
What is a right standing before the law?
I don't know.
How could a person stand before the law if guilt is hidden? If the guilt is hidden, then God has to hide it from the law. So if you hide it from the law, then it would be to say the law deceives you. Because when you're standing before the law, you have a right standing before the law, remember your guilt is hidden.
Yeah.
So you hide it, that means it's hidden from the law. So you don't have a right standing before the law, so they trick the law there. That is the nonsense they call this here.
Yes. Yes.
That is the folly they call this here. That is the stupidness of theology they call truth.
Right, right. And this here is by A.G. Daniel.
Oh, no wonder why we beat it up.
And it is placed here for the membership of the party.
She's not saying meat eater, because I had plenty problem with him and eating meat. As president, for 24 years, we used to hide and eat his meat. Imagine that the simplest thing we do is to give it up, right? But he used to hide and eat his meat, and it's the right time for him. They make him sign a paper, and he's still hiding and eat his meat. No wonder why.
Early days of the Reformation, yes. When the Aaron dealt with H. Daniel era, that was one of the points that we fought against Laodicea with. And you telling me that still with this thing, all that time? H. Daniel era, he's the man who wrote in his book, Christ our Righteousness, that justification is God declaring you righteous.
Okay, Brendan, well, I would have to wrap up, right, after about just 4 sisters, and I will wrap up now, right, as time going on, right, so we see.
And I was reading a scripture before, I forgot to say a particular point. So let's see, right? So looking back at James 1 verse 27. It says, right?
James 1:27.
Yes. It says, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, to preach the gospel, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. So you have to keep yourself unspotted from the world, we also have to preach the gospel. So then how you separate it? The separation is not separation from people, but separation from sin, separation from mindset, from the carnal mind. Carnal mind, simple thought, simple emotion, simple action. And then I remember a certain scripture that shows greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So if you still look at the particular people, you will know who's separated. Because you know that God, or you know the difference, God is in one and God is not in the other one.
Right? So, it says here, Christ himself taught complete separation from sin, therefore showing that we are not saved in sin. The very purpose that Christ came upon the face of the earth was to save us away from our sins. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. Right? It says here, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Right? So we clearly see, right, that Christ came to save us away from our sins, or to separate us from our sins. And we know that the name Jesus really means Yahweh Savior, right? And he came to save us away from our sins. Let us look also at Matthew chapter 16 and verse 24. Matthew chapter 16 and verse 24. It says, then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will come after after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So, we see here that we cannot serve two masters, right? When Christ saves us away from our sins, right, he removes all our sins from us, meaning that we cannot have sin in us and claim to serve Christ, right? It's either we serving the devil or we serving God, right? And Christ tells us here, right, as the scripture tells us, therefore, we must be separated from all selfishness, which is sin. That is why Christ tells us we must deny ourselves, which is to deny the idol values that we would have had in our minds, right? Romans chapter 6, verse 18 and verse 20. Romans chapter 6, verse 18 and verse 20. It says, being then made free from sin, ye became the servants of righteousness. And verse 20 says, for when ye were the servants of sin, ye were free from righteousness. So, we clearly see, only when we are made free from sin, or we are separated from our sins, can we do anything righteous. Because when we were joined to our sins, we were separated from God and His righteousness. This is why God calls us to be separate from sin. Thereby we could now do righteousness, which is to keep the law of God by faith. And the last scripture to close off here, right? 1 John chapter 3, we look at verse 1, verse 8, and verse 10. 1 John chapter 3, we would look at verse 1, verse 8, and verse 10. It says, behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Verse 8. He that committed sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. And I read verse 9 and verse 10. It says, whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin, because he is born of God. In this the children of God are manifested, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother. Right? So we clearly see here a distinction between the children of God and the children of the devil. Right? It says here we are called the sons of God only when we have the love of God in our hearts. When we commit sin, we are no longer a son or a child of God, but a child of the devil, as the scripture shows us. Because we know that all unrighteousness is sin. And the scripture tells us, he that doeth not righteousness, which is righteousness by faith, is not of God. So you cannot be in sin and still claim to be a son or a child of God. Right? So I will have to stop here for today. I hope everyone understands what is being said by the grace of God. You know, I'm very thankful for the opportunity to be here to present these truths to my brethren. You know, today was my birthday. You know, and turning 25 years by the grace of God, you know, 25 years of being alive, but this is my 4th birthday in the truth. You know, I'm very thankful for that. I was considering before, you know, should I come up and give a study, or should I go before the brethren, you know, and I said to myself, you know, I don't have anything to lose by coming and give a study. I could only gain myself around a particular point. I was getting necessary correction that I could go forward by the grace of God, and that was my motivation by God's grace. You know, so I hope everybody understood my grace. Right? By God's grace.
I want to say that I really nice. And what I would also like to say is you're unique in a sense that women always hide in the age, right? You say I'm 25, women always want to say,
made it into a track, and I brought copies. I hope you have enough for everyone. If not, families will have to share, right? By God's grace. And then when you study is which side. So we'll see which side we choose to be on by the grace of God. Whether it be the side of God, right, showing that Yahweh is God alone, or the side of the devil, with his claims claiming that he could be a God with God.
Amen, brethren. I am overjoyed, being very happy, because we live in the closing scenes of this earth history, and there are people here that can present the plain truth from the Bible. I mean, the truth that came back. I mean, what we hear here is real. If you have to sit like me in Stanmore Avenue 7 years at the church for years and hear all that nonsense and not be able to say anything or do anything, it certainly is not a nice thing. But now you have a church here where you can participate in the discussion. What do you say? Remember you couldn't do that. I remember once in Stanmore Avenue 7 years at the church when they were having a discussion and you disagree, they will always say, go and in the vestry and ask the pastor afterwards. But by the time he finished, he's gone. And there's nobody to even talk and discuss with you. And then they say, in a group study, they figure that you're seeking to break away, so they call you home, shoot while you're studying. That's the horrible thing that took place in that institution. No wonder why, my dear brethren, the world needs people like this church. Amen. Okay, so as soon as you finish the vote, Sister will do us a closing prayer to her study. And always remember one thing, my dear brethren, the idea that it is the works of Christ that is put on your account. Notice what they will tell you. They will tell you so. Nothing that Christ obeyed is given to you. We can simply tell them the divine nature that Jesus Christ had. He kept that divine nature, and that is obedience itself. So if we get the divine nature, we will obey from the divine nature. Amen. Is that understood, my dear brethren? So that old teaching they have, that's their regular teaching, and their common teaching. And it is something we will never accept by the grace of God. What do you see? Alright, and we need to thank God that we have a movement that have the original gospel, the original faith in the scripture. And this original faith is known by all of us here. And some of us are coming to know it, those who are new. So we have to thank God that we have a church that have the original gospel, the original faith. The important thing about you listening on is that you must not lose your hope. You must not lose your courage. Remember, you didn't come in young father will say, so grace abounds plenty for you. What do you say? Give yourself a chance. Wait. Give yourself a chance to develop. Okay, my dear baby? So remember these important things. So okay, now that we finish, Sister will do us.
And very good missionary material.
The track is very good missionary material will be too. Okay? Alright. So
brethren, we can all stand to the group by those prayers. So pray, brethren, most eternal and gracious Yahweh, who art God alone, who art Savior and King, who art called us out of a world of sin and shame and darkness and into your marvelous light, that we may be justified by faith and receive your righteousness, which is God Himself, dear Lord. We thank you ever so much for all the mercies which you have given unto us. We thank thee, O God, for the breath of life. We thank thee, dear Heavenly Father, for this church and for this reformation in these last days, because we know that time is late, dear Father, and we need as much ministers of the true gospel as possible. Continue to be with us in a special way, dear Father. Continue to bless us even dear brother Myron and his wife, who work tirelessly for the faith, dear Heavenly Father, continue to be with them, dear God, and help us to remember all that we have heard here today, dear Lord, that we may apply them to our lives, dear Father, even throughout the course of the week, and not only when we come here upon the Sabbath day. Help us to live the character of Christ continually, wheresoever we may be, dear God. Continue to be with me and even my family in a special way. And as we leave here to go to our various destinations, dear God, I do ask for traveling mercies for all my brethren, to continue to be with them, guide and protect them along the nation's road, from all harms, dangers, troubles, and accidents, and all snares from the evil angels, seen and unseen. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen. Amen.